Update I-17 for resent. My sexist parents, 47, 49 mum. Original post //word. reddit.com/relationships/comments /goddess/I-17 present the sexist parents 47 and 49 cut medium Android app and saucer share. I didn't share in my original post that my parents were abusive in all forms. But that's an important fact. Too long, don't read that I am now 18 and I got a job. I saved up a lot of money and left my house when my parents weren't looking. They then threatened my friends, my boyfriend, and my boyfriend's family. They also went to my workplace while I wasn't there and caused a scene. So I turned 18 in July 2020, and I got a job since my parents couldn't stop me from doing so. That same month, I confessed to my mum that I wasn't enjoying life with them. She said, "That is fine. When you leave, I will understand." She was encouraging me to leave. Fast forward to August 15th. I left early in the morning with a friend. When my parents found out I was gone, they left threatening voicemail. So basically my dad went on a wild goose chase after he found out I was gone. Anyway, I went to look at apartments with my boyfriend, who we will call. Then we went to Einstein's Bagels with his grandma. As we were coming back in his grandma's car, my boyfriend got a phone call from his sister, who was home. She said, "Oh, you can't believe what just happened. Melissa's parents are here, and they're threatening us and trying to get into the house." Pass the phone to what the hell is going on? I explained to his sister what was going on and my family's situation while we were parked on a different street. So we hang up and his grandma tells me to duck down and lay down on the back seat of her car so she can sneak me into her garage. As we're getting to the garage, my parents come out of their car, which was parked in the alley in back of her house, and my dad's running up the driveway screaming at Wall's grandma, "Hey grandma, pull over and get out." She closed the garage door after pulling in before my dad could storm it. They told me to stay in the hidden room of the basement until my dad was gone. So Wall's dad came out and tells my dad that he's a lawyer and tells my dad to stay back. My dad threatened to beat the shit out of his dad. Then Wall's dad starts calling the cops, and they left because they got scared. It took the police 4 hours to get. They considered this a non-urgent incident. After my father-in-law explained the situation, the cops asked me a few questions. The only thing the cops said was, "Your dad is just worried about you. He wants you to go back home, and you should. Do you plan on going?" "I'm never going back." And he said, "In that case, I'm telling your dad that you're safe because he called for a welfare check, and I will tell him to stay away from your boyfriend and the property." His family was so supportive, and they told me that they were there for me when I needed it. So, anyway, I went back to my friend's apartment, and my friend tells me the manager at our workplace called her and asked her about me. Apparently, the manager gave my friend's phone number. At this point, my friend is receiving threats and insults from my parents. She filed a police report, which I helped with. They had found so much information about her by looking up her phone number. They found her Facebook information, and my friend had to deactivate her account. My parents were leaving sexist slurs in every message and voicemail sent to my friend and I. So it's 11:0. My friend, her father, and I are talking about the precautions we need. Her father and her argue about the precautions for 20 minutes. They come back out and we decide to tell our manager at work that we, 1, don't want to come back to work for a week, and 2, we need to change our store location. Then we decide to call the cops for phone harassment. But only my friend filed a report. I was just considered one of the victims/witnesses of the report, but I wasn't directly reporting my parents. Anyway, the cops document the phone harassment, but no action came as a result. Her dad was nice, and he was talking about my situation with me. I felt so bad that everyone I loved was being pulled into this mess. By the way, all of those events happened in one day. It was the weirdest day of my life. The next day, August 16th, my parents stopped texting my friend at 10:0 and haven't contacted her since. My parents didn't stop texting me though, and it was making me cry. So I told the cops, but nothing resulted of it because the police gave me a hard time to find the right agency to report it to. My mum sent me biblical scriptures and audio of Catholic prayers, and I was so tired of it. I'm calling the police again soon. My boyfriend's family receives aggressive calls on their landline, phone from all of my family members. My father-in-law tells them she is not her, and hang her. Liz grandma then answers and speaks to my family in Spanish, since my family is Mexican. Don't know what exactly went on in those phone calls. August 17th, I file a police report against my parents and extended family for phone harassment that morning. They leave me nasty messages telling me to be an adult and to tell them why I left. I did tell them why I left, though. I left a letter the day I left that said I hate the fighting that goes on between my dad and I'm done with you guys calling me a worthless slob and an animal. Anyway, my manager calls me at 11:0 and she asks about my home life. She didn't pressure me to tell me anything, but I told her everything that happened up to that point. That is when my manager revealed to me that my parents told them on August 15th I was reported as a missing person and showed them the home security footage of when I left with Camille. The leaders and managers decided to give my friend's phone number to them. My parents lied about reporting me as a runaway. I'm 18, so it doesn't make sense to report me as such. A manager called my friend after asking where I was. My friend said, I can't give you that info. She's safe. Also, her parents are abusive in every form, and you shouldn't trust them. And my manager is like, well, crap. My family came in a second and third time that day demanding information on where I was. My managers didn't kick them out, but told them they didn't know. On August 16th, my managers and leaders had to kick my parents out. My parents are banned from the location and the plaza parking lot, but we're still scared to go back to work. My manager gave me time off to think about how I want to proceed. I'm hoping they will relocate me until I get a new job. Anyway, my manager hung up. My parents kept sending me voicemails with Christian prayers. I feel like I just left a cult. Today, August 18th, I just woke up and I'm moving out today. I hope nothing dramatic happens. I'm worried that my family will see my boyfriend and I together and try to hurt us. My boyfriend isn't taking this as serious as he should. He keeps wanting to go to places I've told him that my parents go to. We should avoid those places. I will repeat it to him again. I'll add edits throughout the day if something happened. Honestly, cops are the worst, dude. This is a complete shit show. You don't deserve this. It'll get better as time goes on. Maybe your parents will get thrown in jail. You'll be free from their harassment for a while if they are. You need to block your parents on your phone and on all social media platforms. The manager at our workplace called her and asked her about me. Apparently. Gave my friend's phone number. Boy, could your friend rake this manager across the coals. For this, giving out your employee's personal phone number to a random caller is bad, no matter who the caller claims to be or how they claim to know the employee. Not giving out personal contact info without explicit permission from its owner is extremely basic workplace privacy protocol. This is fun. I'm so sorry you're going through this. I hope your boyfriend starts listening to you about what needs to be done to protect yourself. Considering the amount of harassment your parents have already managed in such a short period, I think he'd be taking you a little more seriously regarding what they're capable of.